exposure into the Indian market. Simon, please.
So, good evening. I'm Simon Beninga. I'm the director of the SOFA International MBA program. It's a one-year MBA program in English at Tel Aviv University. And we've been lucky enough in every one of the 3 years of the existence of this program to have an Indian student. Unfortunately, only one Indian student. So, Vasu, the first thing you have to do is we have to increase the number of Indians in this program. That's your job.
Maybe in proportion to the world.
What?
In proportion to the
In proportion to the world might be a little exaggerated in proportion to the size of the program, but we would happily increase the percentage of Indian students by many, many hundreds percent. How's that? I also want to thank Vasu. I want to thank Rebecca from the Israel Asia Center. I want to thank our students who have cooperated with each other. And maybe I should say that the immediate impetus for this pleasant evening is that every year we go on a study tour. In the first 2 years of the program, we took 40 students to China. This year we have a change, and we're taking our group to India. We're leaving in 3 weeks. We're going to be in 2 places. We're going to be in Bombay, Mumbai, at SP Jain, which is running a program for us for several days. And then we're going to Ahmedabad to see another part of India. And Ahmedabad also is where, in the first round of the SOFA program, we had a student, Amitava Mitra, who went back to India, set up a branch of an Israeli security company, Homeland Security company, is now doing manufacturing there, just won the contract for some of the peripheral security for the Mumbai Stock Exchange, and has generally been very, very successful. So we're counting on Amitava to show us around Ahmedabad. I'm going to stop talking. Vasu gave me the orders. My marching orders are to introduce the speakers, who will then turn in. I guess everybody's speaking, and then there's a panel, right? So let me start with Mrs. Vani Rao, who is the Deputy Chief of Mission of the Indian Embassy. And those of you who don't know what the Deputy Chief of Mission is, that's the number 2 person in the embassy. And for an important embassy like India, that's a very important person. We're very pleased to have you here this evening. The rest of the names are much longer and more difficult, so let me... So we have Mr. Purushottamam. Did I do a halfway reasonable job of butchering your name? Who is the Chief Executive Officer of the State Bank of India in Tel Aviv. Needless to say, that's very important for commercial relations between us and India. I assume you're going to talk about this a little more. We have Mr. Eli. It's no easier. He's an Israeli. Belotserkovsky. Did I do that right? I myself have an unpronounceable name, so you're probably used to having it mispronounced. The Director of Economic Relations with India and China in the Economics Division of the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And finally, we have the President of the Israel-India Friendship Association, Mrs. Anat Bernstein-Reich, who will talk. So I welcome you all here. I really hope, just like Vasu, that we can turn this into an annual event. And on with the show.
Thanks so much.